Evening, everyone. Building construction operations and the functions within buildings are responsible for about 80% of the current environmental crisis. We just cannot design and build in the same way anymore. Our designing and building must be now in an ecologically responsible way to care for the health of the planet. Take, for instance, the ecological land use planning technique developed by Yeang for ecological land use planning nearly 40 years ago. But yet this technique is still not adopted by planners, architects, and developers, causing devastation to the landscape with species and biodiversity loss, deletions of habitats, loss of rich topsoil, reduction of nature's ability to provide ecosystem services, and other negative impacts. I have been advocating an ecology-based approach for design for decades. Sustainable ecological architecture is very different from traditional architectural practices. We need to remake and repurpose our built systems to become human-made or constructed hybrid ecosystems. This enables our built systems to biointegrate synergistically with the natural environment or the nature with nature basis, and not on an artifact with nature basis. Whereas our approach to architecture and master planning must now be driven by the science of ecology. The rationale is simple. The ecology of the planet is the baseline and the originating context upon which all human activities, technological systems, including building and food production, take place. Ultimately, the state of health of the planet's ecology determines the future viability of life on planet Earth. This approach differs from the conventional approach. Design becomes now driven by ecological principles, and this must be the only way to ensure a resilient future for humanity. Ecological design is achieved through the biomimicry of the attributes of ecosystems to make our buildings and cities into human-made ecosystems. Creating human-made ecosystems is by the biomimicry of the ecosystem concept from systems ecology through the replication, the emulation, and augmentation of ecosystem attributes into built form. The built environment and its attendant systems, production, technological systems, and others, must be repurposed and remade to become nature-centric as against technology-centric and be able to biointegrate seamlessly and benignly with the natural systems in the planet. In our office, we regard all our projects as life-scale experiments to advance ecological design. Some projects have multiple experiments within, but like all experimentation, some are successful, some are partially successful, and some are not. But we learn from all experiments to advance this field of endeavor. Our built examples include the Solaris with the ecological nexus and vegetated ramps, the DG Data Center with the connected green walls, the Swasthana Putrajaya project, where we create habitats within the built form, and other projects. A crucial aspect in our work is that the biological structure of the built environment needs to be balanced. Most, if not all, existing built systems are essentially abiotic and devoid of biotic constituents. Take the room that you're in at the moment. Everything in it is abiotic, inorganic, except you and the bugs. So design needs to remake the built environment to have a balance of biotic constituents to function holistically as an ecosystem. We must design to provide biodiversity opportunities for the various species at different levels and localities in the built form. We need to ensure the ecology-based design becomes the primary, singularly important goal for developers and architects. We need to change the current mindset and worldview of all those whose daily work impinges on the natural environment. This includes architects, planners, governmental authorities, developers, builders, and others. Human society needs to be re-educated in the science of environmental biology. I believe there's hope for the future, but time is rapidly running out for humanity. Our action must be imminent. When we first started working in this field of ecological design, our design work sought to make minimal negative impacts on the natural environment. But today, we have gone beyond mitigating negative impacts. It has become a race and rescue mission. We don't have very much time